Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I have a special piece for you. It's a limited edition Xoskeleton Superlative Star with a Swiss movement. This is not a Swiss made timepiece. This is a timepiece made in China, assembled in China, but it does have Swiss parts in it. So let's dive into the back here. And what we see here is Xoskeleton Superlative Star, Swiss movement, moon, setting, and day functions. Those are two complications right there. Actually, it also has date function, which is three complications right off the bat. Sapphire crystal. This is indeed a scratch-proof crystal indeed. Okay, I can't say scratch-proof, but it's very, very scratch-resistant. One of the best crystals actually out of any watch that I own, to be very honest with you. 330-foot water resistance, limited edition 204 of 888. Let's dive into some of those features here, and let's go refocus back on the watch. And I'm going to zoom back out here because I want to show you a couple of the variations here. So we have here, this is actually, they have a tourbillon, but just kind of showing you, it's got the rose gold, black rose gold hands and such. So there's one variation there. There's another variation here. You've got your black case with some silver brackets, black face, red rubies. And there's another version here too, as you can see here. So, 888 is this version, which is the silver, white face, red rubies. This watch is very unique because, obviously, of the exoskeleton. The name is exactly what this watch basically is. So you have a watch within a watch. So this outer portion here is a knurled metal held on by these screws and brackets that are made for this watch. Okay, and that's what basically compresses. It's a compression fitting on these lab-grown rubies, as you see here. All right, very unique, and let's take a back view of that. As you can see, the rubies look like they're floating. Looks like they're floating in space, but they're actually being compressed by the fitting of this. Very unique feature here. Like, you really don't need a crown guard per se because the exoskeleton is actually guarding your crown and your pushers. Check that out. The case back needs a screwdriver to unscrew each and every one of these screws. Very cumbersome. I don't like that because the screws will strip and eventually you're gonna have some problems. These screws have definitely been unscrewed quite a few times to change the battery, and yeah, it's definitely cumbersome. Would rather have seen a watch with a twist back or even a snap-off case. Would have been much better. Let's get down to the lugs. The lugs are very long, but what happens is the lugs actually taper. We'll take a look here. It actually tapers to the wrists. Take a look at that. As you can see, it tapers to the wrist. So I have a like a 7-inch wrist, but you can see how that watch just rests right on the wrist, just like that, because of those lugs. Very unique design, I have to admit. So the bracelet doesn't even start until it basically flows off your wrist. So this is all watch and lug from the top to the bottom there. Very unique. If you ever want to take off your bracelet, you're going to need an Allen tool on each side. Okay. The bracelet itself, very quality bracelet. Very quality. I mean, this is not chintzy. This is solid. It's got multiple links. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 with the knurling down the side, down the middle, along with the knurling here at the lugs and knurling at the outer bezel. These are indeed screw and links. That's definitely a bonus. This is a deployant clasp, solid metal, solid steel, quality. It's got a safety clasp on it. Xoskeleton is literally written everywhere, as you can see, from here to the clasp, the safety clasp, to even the sides of the case, to even, check this out. I find this pretty neat. I'm going to zoom in here. Look at the inside of the bezel even. It's written all around. No detail left undone. I mean, look at the dial. You've got some nice cascading down here. These are individual applied markers. Okay. This is a lot of detail here, folks. A lot of detail. Not a cheap watch, not a cheaply made watch. This watch, again, as I said, I've had it for 8 years and it's still ticking. The Moonphase is extremely accurate as long as you set it properly. You've got the way to really set it properly is to make sure that this hand here with the circle is corresponding to the week. So this goes all the way around. As you can see, the month corresponding to the week of the year. So it goes from 1 all the way to 52. And we are in the 9th week going into the 10th week of the year. And that's how you're going to get your Moonphase, along with setting the date properly and of course your time. So, as I mentioned, the compressed rubies, these are lab grown rubies. And there's actually a sticker that comes along, or not a sticker, but a little bit of a tag that comes along with this that I'd like to show you. So here we go. You've got ruby dark 4.25 millimeter. So it's 0.4 carat times 8 rubies, so it's 3.2 carat weight. If you guys were to look that up, if these were genuine rubies, you would have a very, very expensive timepiece just in rubies alone. So I'm not going to sit here and pretend that these are real rubies, because they are definitely not. That would put my watch probably in the price range of my house. These are the extra links, so they definitely give you a generous amount of links. And they also give you a very nice travel case. So you've got your Xoskeleton travel case. And let me zoom out here. It is a zip up, and you just basically insert your watch in here, and you just carry it along with you as a travel case. Very nice feature. So, the watch itself, it's a huge watch. It is a 50 millimeter, as you can see here, 50 millimeters case diameter. Case thickness is going to run you right in the range of 13 millimeters. So the thickness isn't any thicker than even like my Breitling Headwind, for instance. So thickness, you're on par. But obviously when it comes down to case diameter, you're definitely looking at a huge watch. And the reason obviously is because we're looking at Xoskeleton, which is the XO chapter ring out there. So I'm going to put it on the watch one more time and show you before we end this review. I hope you guys did enjoy the review. As I said, this is not a watch for everyone. And I do want to end this stating that this is a watch that was purchased years ago, and I'd like to keep this watch on board because it shows you where I've been in my watch collecting and where I am today. And watches really do exemplify feelings that you had purchasing the watch. You kind of know where you've been in your life at that particular time, and it also just shows a maturation in your purchases. This is not a watch that I would purchase today, but 5 years ago, 8 years ago, when I purchased this watch, I wanted a watch that was unique and totally was representative of my personality. And 8 years ago, this watch totally matched that to a T, and I had to have it. And it's a big reason why I want to keep it, because it takes me back into a time, and it brings back the emotion of that time. And I think that's what watch collecting is all about. But I'm going to get off my soapbox, let you guys go, and thank you very much for joining me today. I hope you guys subscribe and like the video, and hopefully look forward to some more. Until then, have a good day.